I'm live. Do you see that little button? I am live. I'm starting. It was scheduled for 6:05, so I'm starting quite early. And I'm waiting for Mr. Luashina, the other facilitator, who is going to be here with me, but I'm live. Okay. You know what? Nothing is too low. I think I want it to be higher up so I can have a place to keep my stuff. Just be yourself, be yourself, be yourself, be yourself with them. Okay. It's for the world. Please can you come on? Okay, 2 comments. Okay. Hi. Are you guys in here? Can you hear me? If you can hear me, say something in the comment section just so that I know that everything is on the up and up. If you can say, not you people being the first to, you love me the most. No, thank you for that. Hi. Okay, I see the ones who love me the most now. Sorry. I know I didn't say that right. This is in Christianity. I'm trying to figure out how to screenshot this for the Vlogmas. But I can hear you. Okay, thank you. We can hear. All right, thank you guys. Thank you so very much. I want to start officially at the time that I said that I will start, so that I'll give a proper intro of what we're going to do, and hopefully other people are. Oh, thank you, Akbar. Thank you. Nice to, Anyways, so guys, you're still my person here. Okay, you people interact amongst yourselves. I wish I could show you guys what I have here. Didi, it will make sense to you. So on my table here, I have my water. I have my other phone because I also have some materials there. And I have my book. See, I'm trying not to do this like class, but see what is awaiting you. I wrote a lot of things that I want to tell you people from my knowledge. So I wrote that. Yeah, this is where it starts. And Didi, guess what I have next to me? I also have, hold on, my pen fell. Didi, can you hear me? Didi, this one is for you only. We have 4 minutes before we start officially. Didi, if you can hear me. If you want to come up to the stage, I think I can do that as well. I just need to figure out a way to bring somebody up to the stage. But for now, we're just going to utilize the comment section for any questions or anything, or let me know that you're interacting with me. Okay, so Didi, so this is also what I have at my table to motivate me. This is what I'm looking at. Just okay. Your hair is lovely. Thank you very much. I did it. I think it's in. Yeah, it's in Vlogmas 7. You see how I did. Hi, Ukmeme. I'm waiting to see what the BTS item you have there. Yes, I've shown you now. The Rolling Stone magazine. Just so I can see their faces. Didi, please screenshot me for me. Screenshot me now. Screenshot it for me. Benny sent it to me. Hi, welcome, Ash Easy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm just going to give it 3 minutes and then I'll officially introduce. I do not do African time, and we are not going to be condoning African time here as well. So thank you for coming early. Thank you for the comments on the skin. If you check my YouTube, I have a playlist that I have videos on skincare. Thank you for joining early. Like I said, I'm just going to give every other person 3 minutes for them to come in just in case, so that I start at the time I said I would start, and then I'm going to introduce, and then we're going to talk. This is not supposed to be just me talking. So if you hear something that sounds strange, you can always thank you, Daniel D1. Thank you for coming. Thank you. If you hear something that you want to comment on, of course, use your comment sections. Mr. Luashino, I don't know if he's here. Guys, excuse me 1 second. I need to find out if my facilitator is here. He was supposed to drop a Google Doc for us here. Just let me exit that for a minute. Okay, sorry, my mic was unmuted for a minute. And Mr. Luashina, welcome. Are you on board with us? I don't need to bring you on. Okay. Hold on. Oh, Shiza. I do not know what just happened there. Oh, God. I'm going to start this. Okay. Um. Sorry, I'm trying to sort something out with. Okay. Mr. Oluwashina, please, if you can hear me, I can't enter that private chat. It sent me out of this live when I tried to enter. I don't know what's up with that. And I don't want to have people on here wasting their time. Welcome, Nneka. So if everybody can hear me, because my mic got wonky for a bit, let me know so that we can officially start, please. Mr. Oluwashina, please, I can't see that private chat. I don't know why. You need to bring me to the studio. Oh, okay. How, Shimo? How do I do that? More private chat. Hold on, guys. How? Please give me a minute. How? How? Oh God. This is why I wanted. You're not audible. You need to bring me into the studio. Fudge. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. Something keeps not working the way it should work here. I am so sorry. I know you guys. Yeah. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Am I back now? It's okay, Neka. You can watch us half and half. Can you hear me now, please? Am I back now? Can you hear me now, everybody? Am I back now? Sorry, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Please, can you hear me now? Yes, we can hear you. Okay, I'm going to start. We're already 2 minutes above time, so I'm going to start. Yes. Okay. All right. Welcome everybody to this live. Yes, if you got this link. Some people, I'm not going to say that here. We know the purpose of this live, but there's also another purpose. And we're here to talk about the power of social media. Now, I know that, okay, we can hear you. Okay. So I know that we use social media, but it has become so much of a part of us in such a way that lately people are forgetting that there's another side to it. There's so much more than what we see. Lately people are using it blindly, and the essence of this whole talk is to highlight using certain things that happened recently that got viral recently in Nigeria as case studies. Right? Let me drink water. My mouth is dry. Okay. So there's no need for me to define social media for anyone. We all know what it is. My essence here is not to do that. We all know, or we already know what that is. So I'm just going to go straight and start talking about using our first case study to discuss how social media, how you can best utilize social media, and the places where it can be pitfalls to you. Does that make sense? How you can best utilize social media to work in your benefit, whether you are using it actively or you're using it passively. You have to, so long as you're going to be there, you have to make it work for you and not the other way around. And there's one thing when it comes to social media that you definitely have to avoid, and that is joining the bandwagon. These days, we see people do that often all the time. So those are some of the things I'm going to talk about. All right, our first case study that I'm going to highlight here and talk about, tie it with what social media can do for you, is the UK nurse. Please, periodically, you people should just let me know that you're hearing me, because I am new to this, so I'm trying to figure out. Mr. Oluwashina, if you can hear me, every time I try to enter the private chat, it takes me out of the live. So I can't enter the private chat again. I am so sorry. Yeah. All right. We're using the case of the UK nurse. Now, a quick recap to those who may not have been online. A popular user on X, aka formerly known as Twitter, he posted the story about how this nurse, who is a caregiver, probably to one of the older elderly people in the UK, went, instead of to do what she was sent to do, she prayed for the person, and in turn she was sacked and deported back to Nigeria. Now, we are not here to discuss her actions. What I'm talking about from that scenario is something totally different from her actions. Now, one of the main aims of social media is to spread information, but we have seen in recent times, information can be fake. So using that case scenario, my aim here is to kind of give you tools how you can decipher which one is fake, which one is real, so that you don't just take in everything you see. You know how to sieve it out. Sorry, please, can you guys still hear me? I need to know. Someone, if you can hear me, just one comment, let me know that you're still hearing me. Hold on. Finally. Okay, finally, yes. Sorry. Mr. Luwashino, I think I have you on stage now, right? Hello? Mr. Luwashino, I think I have him on stage. He's there. All right, you guys can hear me. So let me go. All right. Now, when certain stories, when certain stories like that get viral, the first thing that you should check out is who brought the information. Sorry if I look down, I'm just going to read, some of the things I put down.
I'm here. Okay. I'm here. I can hear
All
you.
right, welcome. That is Mr. Oluwashino, my other facilitator on this. Thank you very much. Sorry it took me time to add you on the stage. All right, so Now, if you use social media, right, this can be a resource with certain information. For instance, if a user is constantly talking about real life experiences of people who japa, the stories will always give you a clearer picture of what actually happens and not a cleaned up version a friend might give to you so as to look good. What do I mean by that? Somebody posted a story like that. You have to check what's the history of that person? What does that person usually talk about? Can I trust this to be a source? For instance, that story of that nurse, you now know, okay, if that person usually talks about things that happen to Nigerians who tend to take that route, can I trust this as a source? All right. It's also important to know that not every story you see is true. So I now wrote, how do you know what info to retain and those to sieve out? No matter the social platform you have to be discerning of people you follow. You have to, it doesn't matter, whatever the social platform, you just have to see, you can't follow people anyhow. You're able to tell to some extent who a person is based on what they post. Just scroll through a bit. Somebody that usually posts about, let me say, shoes, tomorrow gets up and tells you how to be a billionaire in a week. How? It doesn't add up. It doesn't add up. So certain things like that is what you look at. Do not be quick to, immediately you retweet. Oh my God, do not be quick to do that. Now, for the nurse's case, this user is someone who has always, shared about things that happen, to people in the UK. He lives in the UK. So chances are that's a true account. So now you as a person, you now know that, okay, should in case you japa in future, should in case you find yourself in certain situations, some of the things this guy said that you shouldn't do, those are some of the things you can stay clear of. So not only have you picked a story in social media to retweet and talk about it on social media, you've been able to have some sort of information that can eventually help you in real life. So at the same time, someone can tweet something and you, again, like I had mentioned, you see that their track record does not follow. I'm not saying totally disbelieve the person, because for all you know, experiences can be different. But if their track record does not follow, chances are what they're saying is not right. So with this case study, my aim was to let you know that information found on social media, where you're using your phone or your tab, we should start to think of it in a way that goes beyond social media. It's not just for virality, even though that's what some people want to do. It's not just for virality. You can actually apply certain things in your life. I mentioned the Japa case. People are constantly tweeting about Japa, and I said there are certain accounts that you follow that will actually give you a true account of what is happening in Japa, because some of your friends, when they go, they want to show you the good picture. They will not show you the bad side or the struggles. They want to present a clean cut thing. So if you are someone who is seeking to do that route, those are the kind of accounts you should seek to follow. So that allows you to know, okay, this is it, this is when I go, this is what you're supposed to do, this is what you're supposed to avoid, because that picture is definitely going to be complete. Are you someone who is let me say you're always seeking to join all these workshops and things? You seek to follow those people who post about things like that, so that what they are saying on social media in turn eventually helps you positively in your life. Exactly. Didi just said something in the comments, and he said, even with this monetization craze on Twitter, people are tweeting things. Now, we have to know that, especially on Twitter, X now as it's known as, people are saying things that are absolutely untrue, especially when you see them with the blue tick. Before, when we see people with the blue tick, we'll say, that's a trusted account. It's not so again. People with the blue tick right now these days, they are tweeting baseless information for engagement. Very, very basic. Thank God for the community note. Sometimes they will say, so and so information is not true. So you really should now do not, especially there, and the money is good for now. So especially on Twitter, when you see something, take it with the tiniest bit grain of salt. All right. This will
thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ramp Up and Angelic. It's crazy what we see on social media, even on YouTube. Just what you talked about that is happening on X is happening on YouTube. Imagining somebody coming up with he said he's teaching you how to make money online, but this person is even not yet monetized. He doesn't have his 4,000. He doesn't have his 4,000 hours yet, and he's trying to like teach you how to make 50,000 naira a day. And he will like screenshot and even show you where he was paid 50,000 naira or 100,000 naira that you should. And when you try most of those things that they advertise in quotes online, it ends up being scams.
So you
And
have to watch out for those.
so a lot of at times there are a lot of things that the social media is okay for some party. I can just say social media is 50-50. 50-50 in the
Exactly.
sense that if you are not careful with the information you take in, you end up getting into the bad side where social media misleads you. And one thing I love about WhatsApp and all this other is that they tell you right now that okay, oh, this message has been forwarded too many times. Go and go and
Exactly.
confirm it. And before you now, for social media, let me talk about NIBSS. NIBSS recently said that they are delisting some what's it called? Some banks from the NIBSS platform. Immediately, all the bloggers that we know of have now been naming banks. OPay, PalmPay has been disconnected from the platform. But if you go and check that circular very well on the NIBSS website, there's nothing like that.
Okay. So yeah,
Imagine,
that, sorry. Did you get a pause? I
imagine,
wanted to say something.
imagine that kind of trauma you will have gone through. Maybe you had
You know, you
someone that
using any of those platforms, you had already started running helter skelter. What are you going to do? What are you going to
are you
do?
getting it? And at the end of the day, it's just to drive
It's not true.
traffic to their website.
Mhm. And then, of course, we're not even going to talk about clickbait. But I don't want to dwell so much on case study. One, I want us to move now to case study two and set that up for you. I believe that case study one kind of gave us a picture. I mean, I know we all know this, but sometimes I feel we tend to get stuck in, especially if it's a viral thing. You see, oh, so how many people have viewed it? That means it must be true. So try as much as possible as you're using it. Do not get something. I hear you, Daniel. All right. I want to move to case study two because this is one that I am actually quite passionate about. Again, we're using these people as case studies. We're not talking about what they actually do. We are talking about what they did and how it affected social media and how you can learn from it and how you can step away from it. So we are not here to discuss what the person did. We are here to glean lessons from what they did. This t-shirt is for Ransom in Nigeria only, Daniel. All right. My case study two is Diddy, aka P. Diddy, and the domino effect of social media. Let me change that. Case study two, yeah. Diddy and the domino
Click
effect
it,
of social
click it,
media.
click that banner. It will come up. Click it, just tap it.
I just tapped it, nothing, it didn't come up.
You should be seeing hide. If you're not seeing that, you're not doing it well.
Okay, then I'm not doing it well. Don't worry, it's fine. I'm more interested. They will know. They know. The second case study is Diddy and the domino effect. I don't want to go and touch something that will take me out of this live video. Okay. Exactly. So now, because Diddy's, we all, if you do not know what Diddy did, we're talking about Cassie suing him and him paying Cassie, and now another woman coming up to sue him. Now, this particular scenario, because it involves something very, very sensitive, when we stroll, welcome, Queen, thank you, welcome, Benny. Yes, I saw you. When we stroll through the streets of social media, when it comes to something this sensitive, you have to be extra careful, and I'm going to give you examples. Now, first of all, it doesn't matter whether you are defending him or it doesn't matter whether you are defending him or you are not defending him, you still have to be very careful. Okay. What you say, I said the first thing, what you say, even if you are for or against, you will have to tread carefully. Another thing, very important, and I'm going to give you an example, never use your business page to comment on any issue except your business page is tied to that issue. A case of PDD, the only business page that should be used to comment is maybe an NGO that deals with domestic violence or anything. Let me give you a personal example. When the whole thing started and he finally paid Cassie. There's a very popular photographer that I follow, and it was someone I was like, I'm going to use this guy. He takes good pictures. He, with his business page, he went to Shade Room and said, Nana, welcome, and said, ha, quick payday. He made a very derisive comment. Immediately on, I unfollowed him, and I am one potential customer that he has lost. Now, I might be one person, but you have to look at the bigger picture when it comes to things like this. You do not talk, even when you are being against him, you have to be, yes, you have to be, how do I put it? Everything I post on social media, some of you know me here and my life on social media. No matter how silly that thing sounds, best believe that I have weighed that thing, like I've weighed it against every possible ramification. These days when I go on social media, anything I say, I weigh it against how do I feel in 5 years' time? How is it going? Is it going to hold up? Is it going to stand true in 5 years' time? These days, I see my what's it called, 10 years, 12 years ago post I used to make on Facebook, and I'll look at the English I used to type with, and I'm like, oh my God, what was I thinking? To me, that should be the extent of me seeing something that I said years ago, and it affects me. Sorry, I'm always baffled by. Oh, yeah, exactly. You see people in Nigeria using their business account to go to Instablog and they're trading words with people. You do not want to sell. You cannot try that. Log out of that account. Like I said, your business page talks about certain social issues only if your business page is tied to that social issue. Other than that, you do not do it. And then you have debating intelligently. I see this all the time. Like I said, it doesn't matter if you're for or against. You still have to, you can, quote unquote, insult people intelligently. You have to debate intelligently so that in future, peradventure, you do something that you now have, somebody has to go and dig up what you said on social media, even though they saw that you were against the thing, but you had represented your future self in a very good light. So unless the person now, I know that times we have them, Udo Morin, welcome. Unless the person now degrades into anything, any young man, welcome, thank you very much. You now go there. And even when you go there, like I said, even when I go there, I have thought about it in looking at 5 years ahead. How would this thing hold up? Anything that you know will not hold up in 5 years' time, then you shouldn't do it. Because we are living in a day where everybody are pulling up things. We'll talk about that in another of my cases. But we're living in a day where we're seeing people on earth to it. I don't even want to use the example of you don't know where you are going to be in the future, whether you are going to be a president's wife, whether, I don't even want to use that example, but that one also should be at the back of your mind. Who are you going to be in future? What are the rooms you're going to walk in future? And they'll look at you. When they look at you, they're just seeing everything you said on social media written on your face. Because these days, not just employers, it's not just employers that are using social media to figure out who they are dealing with. Nobody wants to deal with anyhow, So it's not just employers. So you have to look at that. And then the third thing about Didi's issue, I said, those who are silent during a social
Your mic is off. We can't hear you. Your mic is off. Your mic is off. No, we can't. You are not. You are not still audible. You are still not audible. Okay, refresh your browser. Refresh your browser. I think she's back.
I'm back now. I'm back now. Can you hear me now?
Yes, you are better now.
Okay, I'm sorry guys for that little um breaking transmission. Okay, so the third thing I want, let me start by that. I don't know where you guys you stopped hearing me. So the third thing that I was talking about was about Didi's case, using him as a case studies, those who are silent in a social revolution. And I said that, okay, and I said that some people look at that also, not just employers. I'm talking about maybe you don't know where life can take you. Welcome, Morgan. They look at that what were you what did you stand up for, and like I said, you don't have to jump into everything, but at least, yes, I'm talking about the third thing now, those who were silent during a social revolution, question mark. Okay, all right, so what were you passionate about? What did you add full stop to? What did you even retweet? What did you, they talked about this, so maybe a future employer or somebody wants to put you inside what's it, anything, and they're saying, okay, this person did not show, he didn't talk about this, didn't talk about that, didn't talk about this. Okay, so what did they talk about? Like I said earlier on, anytime anybody looks at your social media, they should be able to know what you are about. Do you get it? Because I'm moving on to the third case study. We have 5 to go through, and you people know I like to keep time, and I'll give you guys time also to say something. So we are moving to the third case study. Are we okay to move to the third case study? Are we okay to move to the third case study?
Can I just add something there?
Yes, please add something.
Looking at actors that celebrities that have lost their role in movies, uh, in shows, about based on how what they posted on social media. Look at
Okay.
Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp, and when he and the wife, this lady,
Amber Heard.
what's her name?
Amber
Amber,
Heard.
when they had issues, and when they had
Mm-hmm.
issues, it was based on what was posted on social media that Amber was using against him.
Mm-hmm.
And it was also what Amber posted on social media, that when social media found out the truth about the whole thing, they started using those things to bombard her in such a way that she lost her role in
I think
Aquaman
Aquaman.
part two.
Yes. Mm.
Aquaman part two. And then, you understand? Then there are other actors like that lost,
Recently,
even Johnny Depp lost his role in what's the name of this
Pirates
film
of the
that we all
Caribbean.
watch? Pirates of the Caribbean, lost his role. Those are the, as in, when you look at, by not joining the bandwagon, you tend to see things clearly, and it's also always very good to be a neutral person when it comes to things like this. And
Yes,
imagine some.
sometimes your neutrality can also be a stand, and it's also very,
Yes,
very okay to, in social revolution cases like this, it's very okay for you to withhold what you have to say until you have all the facts.
all the
You
information.
mustn't react
There
immediately.
was a guy, there was an issue in Nigeria then that everybody was jumping on. A guy was selling house. He has a business account for house. He sells plot of land, and they were talking about somebody scamming somebody. And you
Mm-hmm.
came and you started talking for that person that they said scam. At the end of the day, the person that scammed the other person came out and apologized.
Mm-hmm.
You that is selling land, do you think you can ever get any client that follows that trend, that saw that you are supporting something that was wrong?
Mm. So
As in,
yes.
You understand?
Yes, that goes back to that first thing I said, that you don't quickly believe certain people's accounts. You have to check it, make sure it's true before you believe it and run with it, because they can now say the thing, it will now come and put you in trouble.
And the funniest thing, imagine how many customers you will have lost but by not being neutral, trying to get the full story.
Exactly. So Udrak here, sorry, let me read this comment. Udrak here is saying even embassies ask for social media handles now for visa application. People really need to. So this embassy they put fear for my body, because sometimes when I want to abuse certain countries, I'll be like, before they'll come and say that I was. So I'll find a way to stylishly do the abuse if the abuse has to come out. So you have to avoid those pitfalls also, unless you don't want to apply for visa. All right, I'm going to go to our third case study, because this one is actually going to enter into sort of the nitty-gritty kind of the other side of the social media. So my third case study, we are using Tokyo COP28 and Dubai. Abi, we're saying? And yeah, okay, I have it up. All right, we're using Tokyo. You don't agree with that embassy on? After, let us know. I'll read your comments. Let us know why you don't agree. Let us know why you don't agree. And if she were a subject matter expert, that makes you lose credibility too. Oh, okay. Didi has an opinion here that the embassy using social media to to decipher who they want to give visas to is a breach of human rights. I'm not really well versed in that, so that's something I will probably research on later. I'm going to move into case study 3 now. So Tokyo, Dubai, and the corporate thing. We all know what happened. Now, like I said, these are case studies. I'm not discussing what they do. There's another aspect from that thing that I was like, okay, all right. Now, you see immediately how when the whole thing happened, immediately someone posted a list. See how fast that information spread. Now, before the advent of social media, it would not have been possible for us to see that kind of list. Am I right? Hello? Even I mentioned employers checking social media as well. But let us get on case study 3 for now. We'll circle back and talk about other observations as concerns other case studies. Is that okay?
During the Q&A section.
Yeah, during the Q&A section, we'll circle back to all this. Let us go to case study 3 now. All right, like I said, Tokyo and her whole issue. And I said, social media has a way of bringing out things from the government that we usually would not have seen. For instance, that list. And because of the way the topic got viral, it spread even further. I'm sorry, I'm using. Now, social media has facilitated things like that. Hold on. I saw a case of a lady who got employed by NASA. She used some foul language to express her joy, and someone from NASA told her to check her language, and she went, wow. Okay. So with that comment now, I don't know if you guys are seeing the comments. Someone got employed by NASA. She used some foul language to even express her joy about being, getting employed by NASA. And someone from NASA told her to check her language. And she went on thinking it was some random. If somebody said check my language, I'll immediately check it too, because you don't know who is saying. Anyways, still on case study 3, please. All right. Social media can facilitate ways to make us hold up the government or all these other people, hold them accountable, demand reason for them. Now, in cases of SENA countries, it's amazing as a resource. It's an amazing resource. My comment section is talking about another case. Comment section, come back to, we're going to Dubai now, please. So I said, we're going to Dubai, come back. Let's leave NASA for now. All right, I said, in a saner climate than ours, social media can be used as a tool to question authorities, to demand accountability. However, I am of the, we're in Dubai, welcome. We're talking about how social media held up. We saw how everybody realized that, oh, this is what the Nigerian government were actually doing. And it's also because of social
What's happening?
All right, I'm back up. My network was having a little problem, so I'm back up now. I hope everybody can still hear me.
Yes, we can.
I lost connection for a little bit. I hope everybody can still hear me.
Okay, we can
Please,
hear
if you
you.
can still hear me, let me know because I lost connection for a little bit and I was refreshing.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me, Mr. Luwashino? Can you hear me? Yes, okay.
Yeah.
I'll keep on going. So I said, however, I'm of the school of thought that it should not be insultive. Now, to bring it down to Nigeria, we know that so many people are not happy with the government and we tend to say words. I do understand that everybody is stressed. Everybody is, like everybody is stressed. Everybody feels things should be done better and rightfully so. But can you pause sometimes for a little bit and try not to be too insultive? Because it can, especially again in Nigeria, we don't know where you be and they'll come and pick you. We all know what pick you up means. There are so many people that just abuse powers. There are so many people on social media who abuse. Now, how do I put it? They abuse the powers that be so much so that even though I don't agree with the powers that be, I am turned off by how much you abuse the powers that be. Does that make sense? There's a way you can do something and you do it in moderation. Do not let it to become, Anita, welcome. Do not let it to become your entire personality trait. I'm going to use the present climate. I know that you hate Tinubu, but don't make it to be your entire presence on online is about the fact that you hate Tinubu. It cannot overtake your life like that. Going back again to even when people that also hate Tinubu with you see the way you are carrying on, and a future employer can say, wow, the way this person is holding on to this hate is like they don't let anything go. If I employ this person and something happens, they will drag me through social media and they'll say, okay, you know what? Sorry, we'll call you back, and they'll never call you back. So do not let these things, albeit you are right, or in your mind you are right, do not let it make you become somebody that you are not on social media because other people are looking at it. I do not personally like the man, but when I see accounts who constantly wake up in the morning, talk about how you don't like the man, wake up in the evening, talk about you cannot even drink water, you're talking about how you don't at that point you become a nuisance because you are not affecting any kind of change. You are just talking. What kind of change are you affecting? You are not affecting any change. You are just talking. It's not making sense. And after you've said it so much, you begin to sound like a drone. Oh yeah, hold on to your grudge. I'm not saying that you should not hold on to your grudge, but sometimes put other things alongside your grudge. Don't let it be your entirety of your Twitter timeline is your grudge, your entirety. Let other things inside there so that we know that it's not just about them. But on the case of Toke also, on her part, we saw her response to the social media, to them calling her out, even though some of the things they called her out about was wrong, but we're not going to talk about that. I like what Morgan just said. Let me read it out. That you hate the person that occupies the office does not mean you should not respect the office. This is just it. There's a way we can talk about how bad Nigeria is without bringing Nigeria inside it. This is just it. This is just it. I think we lost Mr. Luwashina, but that's fine. Okay. These stories, we will discuss this your grudge at a later time. Let's go to Toke now. Her response to it on social media, she decided to take the cruise route, like act as if she no send them, she doesn't care. But when somebody, especially a celebrity, is appearing to be invincible online, it shows you that actually they might appearing to do as if they don't care, but what that tells you as a social media user is that they hear you and they can take action from what you say. They hear you. The cruise is just an attempt to, do like Odechi. So you see situations where things happen on social media. We've seen it countless times, and the celebrity comes back and apologizes. That's because you have that power. You have that power to do that. I think I need to take and bring Mr. Let me bring him back. Add to stage. I think he lost network. Are you here now? Add to stage. Yes, he's here now.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here.
Sorry. Oh, yeah, back to Dubai. We are still in Dubai, and we're talking about Token's response to it. And I'm letting you know that even when a celebrity chooses to take the cruise route and act as if what they are saying does not bother them, what that tells you is that you have the power to, in a way, it's good and bad, because it means that we as a collective have the power to influence a single person's life. So in that case, you can think of it like, how do you want to use that power? Do you want to torment them, those people that do you want to torment them, or do you want to actually, there's a time I called out, not really called out, but a celebrity in the US, I'm not going to say her name, during that NSAS thing, she wasn't saying anything else. And I, as someone who and I know that she speaks up for things like this, I just very politely in a calm way told her, I've not seen you say something about this, and I know that these are things. It wasn't disrespectful. We even started chatting then. In fact, let me mention her name, Lovey. If you know Lovey, she's an author, So and we started chatting after then. You can use that power as something good. Do not join the ones that, we are joining the bandwagon, and you pile on. No, you have to choose which side you want to be. Are you going to be a social warrior? Or are you going to be a so-called social warrior? Like I'm going to use someone that I did not think I'll ever speak about, but he's a perfect case study. Are you going to be that kind of social media warrior like the very dark man? We've all seen him. He's claiming one thing, and it's becoming evident that he's not there for what he thinks. He's not doing what he's started out to do. So what kind of social media warrior are you going to be? The one who respectfully calls out these people for things and makes them sit up, or the ones who pull them down in trying to make them sit up? You pull them down in trying to make them see that they're doing something wrong. So you have to decide which one you stand for. And I personally can tell you which one is, we all know which one is good or which one is not good. The priority is to get them to effect a change, either apologize, either speak up for something. So how do you want social justice? Sorry, excuse me. How do you want to do your social justice? Because social media is forever. It can bite you back. It can bite you back. Using that very dark man, you know that. And in Nigeria, till tomorrow, everybody will keep him in sight. Have you seen that boy? He cannot step a toe out of line. They will drag him because he had chosen to be the kind of social media warrior that drags people. So should in case he does anything and he steps out of line, they are going to drag him. So your own social justice, social warrior, if you choose to do it, you have to do it in a way that is not a black stain on you ever. Now, I always say, even if you want to cruise or insult or whatnot, again, look at it through the lenses of 5 years. What do you think it will affect you then? Negatively or positively? You always have to do that. So this cruise thing, in 5 years' time, we'll probably have another word. So when you say cruise in 5 years' time, people will look at you like, what did you think you were cruising? Did you not see that nothing you did was wrong and you are busy saying you were cruising? In 5 years' time, cruising is not going to be a thing anymore. Please, if you are here, make sure you stick around, because I have a case study that I'm actually going to deal on money making on social media, because that one is still there. No, I know that not everybody here wants to make money, but that one is still there. Okay, in pulling things out, we had talked about it a little bit earlier on, but in pulling things out, tweets out, to bring up what you said, we recently saw Buju and the begging tweets that came up, but because it came up in a climate where everybody is doing sapa, nobody was like, it wasn't something that affected him necessarily negatively. Everybody was like, maybe that's just where he was. That was good. I don't know if you understand. It goes back to, again, what I was saying, that if ever they bring things on my social media, the worst I want people to say is, oh, I tweeted in bad English. So you have to think about it in the lenses of that. What's her name? Thames, her 2018 tweets were also brought to the forefront, and it turned out it wasn't anything for people to use to drag her. It was just that she used to tweet like thirst tweets. So you have to also think about that. Our fourth case study is still tied to our second case study, and it is the case of Mercy Eke and her car gate. Again, tied, like I said, tied to Toke's issue. So I'm not even going to spend time on this because I want to move into our final case study so that we can talk. And my mic is off. Hold on, I'm refreshing. Oh,
Your mic is not off. There's a little lag.
can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, you said 10 streets were doctored. Wow. Okay. But let me tell you something about the things being doctored also. There's a way somebody also says something on social media and they, oh, we could hear you. Okay, someone said they couldn't hear me. That's why I refreshed. Okay. All right. She said 10 streets were doctored. So I guess we can toss that out. But still, everything you're doing, if they pull it back, it has to you if they pull it out for you, you have to know that it was not anything bad. Also, Mercy Eke, also you saw how again the social warriors thing, God had to respond. That also tells you that she is listening. They choose to go the cruise way, but they are listening. And as a social media user, your power now is to not use that power you have to pull them down. There really is no point. That's who you want to be like, except that's who you want to be like, but there really is no point to to use that power to pull them. Now I want to go to our final case study, and for that we are going to be talking about money making on Snapchat. Not money making on social media using Snapchat as a a case study in this case. So are we all here together? Are we going to the money making ways now?
Yeah. Just want to tell us about this transgender now. Just want to tell us
Not
about
really. I'm not going to
Bobrisky.
talk about him. I'm not talking about that. He's not even a transgender. Anyways, our final case study. Let me switch to I didn't even switch case for. Our final case study, we are going to be talking about Kika and Snapchat. So there's a socialite. I don't know if we all know her here. Kika, she's a socialite. She posts a lot on Snapchat. Recently, she told people that she makes £3,000 a day. Now, this is a girl who lives a nice lifestyle, and I'm sure people attribute her money to one thing or the other. But she came out plain to tell us that see, social media is paying her bills and it's feeding her, so that's why she pays attention to them. Hold on. Okay, that's why she pays attention to them. Now, I know that everybody in here might not want to go the social media route money, even though I would like to tell you that social media money, I'm not getting into, but I know that it is very, very good. I know that Mr. Luwashi not gonna agree with me. It is very, very good. So
Kika is making $1 million every year.
But when that whole thing came up, what I did is I wanted to research how Snapchat makes money, because sometimes we think that when they say make money on social media, we have to sit down and figure out and construct. I say, which social media do you use? How can you make it work for you such so that you are not doing anything extra from what you used to do before, but you make it work for you? So I'm going to talk about Snapchat today. I do not know if the one you use is Facebook, Instagram, but I'm going to talk about Snapchat today. After she posted how much she made, I had to check if Nigeria is actually eligible on the payment plan. And I realized that, yes, indeed, we are one of the countries that Snapchat officially pays. You do not even have to go through corner. You can always get your money. So I don't know who this is going to help that is inside this live. I think we have another guest. No, we don't. Okay. I don't know who this is going to help, but I'm just quickly going to run through some of the ways they get paid on Snapchat, because that also opened my eyes to the fact that you see there's so many. There's a sector of Nigerian celebrities that post only on Snapchat, and they're making money there, but they're not telling people that they're making money there because I don't know why they're not telling people. So these are some of the ways they can pay on Snapchat. This information might help you, or it might help someone else. It might help that your friend that likes to go down to take pictures on with filter. You can sit down and think of a way that you can restructure that to make it something that actually pays you. So there's nothing like beautiful, like something that you already love doing anyways, and it starts paying you. It's so beautiful. All right. First way they pay is what they call Spotlight. I don't Snapchat, so I don't know what Spotlight is, but I think it's like 60 seconds of video. So that means it looks like YouTube Shorts
Short.
or
YouTube Short or Reel
yeah,
or Facebook
YouTube
Reel.
Shorts or Reels or So to be eligible to be paid on Spotlight, you have to have at least 1,000 followers and getting at least 1,000 views on your Spotlight in a calendar month. That's way one. That one seems easy. A normal man can strive to do that one. Now, Creator Studios is another way that you get paid on Snapchat. This allows eligible creators to earn money from ads that play between their public stories. But this one is a step further now. Before you can reach here, you must have at least 50,000 subscribers. So, actually watch you. And you must get 25 million views and post a minimum of 10 brand safe stories a month. That basically means you post a minimum of 10 stories that are not sponsored by brands or are not you advertising for a brand, with at least 20 snaps each. And then you also have the sponsored content where brands reach out to you because of your following and your engagement. Of course, this one is even for those that are really, really high up, saying that you have engagement on their platform and they want to use you to market their markets, basically. Then there's also affiliate marketing, when they promote other people's stuff and probably put a link and you earn a commission on that. Of course, with most platforms, even on YouTube, when you put an affiliate link, you have to disclose. Same thing for Snapchat, you have to disclose. And then they have premium content, which is the one that I think the person you were trying to speak of probably is earning on. Now, premium content is the one some of your followers actually now pay for. So it could be snaps, it could be stories, it could be lenses. So you can charge either a monthly subscription or per piece basis. I don't know, when you look at Instagram these days, you see people say subscribe. You see a subscribe button, because that's because Instagram has also introduced that when you have this thing, so you can do a subscribe. But I clicked on one for one person once upon a time, and I saw 4,000 naira a month. Imagine if, and the funny thing with these people, when they do these subscribe things, they will now go and post the thing that you did not think you were going there to see. Nothing really important, but you've already paid them their monthly money. That's their business. And even the ones who now pay, I want to post, and I hate to use this as an example, but they'll say, I want to post a juicy snap, pay $5 to receive it now. That's another one. That's a piece basis. And then we also have Snapchat takeover collaborations with brands to create content for their own Snapchat. This one is, again, another big one where a celebrity will say something like, or an influencer will say something like, I'm taking over Bella Nigeria's Instagram for the evening. That kind of situation. That's a takeover. And finally, and the one I think anybody can cash in on, you have a market. I believe in utilizing every and anything you can utilize. You have a market, you are selling things, and you are not posting on a certain social media because you do not want people on that social media to see you somehow. Why? Anybody that is on here, whether you are making money on social media or not, anything that you do in life, you should market it on social media, because how else would that app work for you? You never know who you are, where your audience is. I had a time in my life where I used to want to talk about things that I am marketing on social media because I wanted to keep it clean, But then I realized that a closed mouth does not get fed. Oga, you will come and look at this video on Rant of a Niger Chigo. I don't want my feed to be arranged. My feed will be scattered because I will post scatter things because I'm trying I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I lost my network there for a second. I am in Nigeria. Network is not a stable something. I'm so sorry. I was just wrapping up. I'm back. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm back. I was just wrapping up on. I was just wrapping up. So you didn't really miss much. I was wrapping up. Are we here? Are we here? Am I allowed to wrap up? Do we have questions? Now is the time. If you have questions, drop them in the comment section. If you do not have any, let us know one thing that you learned here today. One thing that you learned here today in the comment sections. Are we still here? Say hi.
Yes, yes, yes.
I can see you are here. I'm talking about. Thank you. You got a lot of value. All right. Thank you very much. Yes. I want to just wait until everybody drops the comment. Let me know if there is a question. If there is none, we will wrap up and go about our affairs. Is there any question? If you have one, you can drop it off here. I learned that it's not a cup of beans, no, at all. You have to think big. You have to think about the whole thing. It's not, let me just do anyhow. You cannot do anyhow. Yes, we shall all be all right. Thank you. Thank you for joining this time. Yes, Queen, Snapchat Pay. So you have to figure it out. Like I said, some of these things, we always feel everything must be in order, in proper, and this, that for you to do. No, if there is a social media platform you find right now, when you check your what's it called, when you check how much time you spend on certain apps, if there is a social media that you spend the most time on right now, when you check after you get off this life, find out how, think about ways how that thing can work for you. Do you understand? Don't just you stay too much on Facebook. Okay, what can I do? Let this thing work for me, so that as I'm staying there, at least it's doing something. It's doing something for you. All right, you are welcome. You are welcome. You are welcome. Anything can be. I feel any social media platform, you can utilize it for your good. You can utilize it for your good. I think everybody will have the general consensus. What's in English that we can end here? Mr. Oluwashina, do you have anything to add?
I thank you so much for the enlightenment. Personally, there are a lot of things which I learned from this session, and I believe this is the first of many. I believe this is going to be the
Oh,
first
yes.
of many that we are always going to bring in topics that we can all learn from, that can give value, and can, at the end of the day, can promote our brand on all the social media platforms. Thank you.
Please, it doesn't matter if you are selling a pen. Right now, if you have a social media platform, advertise your pen on the social media platform. Do not hold back. Advertise your pen on the social media platform. Else, why are you there if you're not going to make it work for you? I don't know how they usually end lives. Everybody say bye. I don't want to end the life, and then I want to be the last person to leave. So if we've come to the end of this live.
Just say
For
end
everybody
stream.
who
Just
joined
click
this
on end
live,
stream.
okay, I'll click on end stream and you yank them all out. Okay, let me thank them.
Yes.
For everybody who joined this stream, thank you so much for joining my first stream and making it lively. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you. And let's do this again some other time. Next time we talk about some other thing. Okay, there are new comments. Bye. We enjoyed it so much. I'm glad you did. I'm going to end the stream now. Please, if I know you personally and you were on this stream, Edik and Macaulay, I don't know. Thank you for coming. Do more. Yes, I'll do more. I already know what I'm going to talk about next. I'll do more. All right. I am going to end. Thank you. I'm going to end the stream now, and we will connect some other time. Thank you for joining us. I hope you had a nice time, because I did as well. Thank you, Miss Oluwashina, for helping me out with this. Okay. I really appreciate it. Bye. I don't want to leave you, but I know I'll meet you somewhere else. So bye. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye. So I'm ending stream, Miss Ola. I'm ending. Well done. Bye. Everybody's going by. All right. I'm just gonna end. My husband. Okay. I got it. All right. I'm ending the stream now. Bye. Annyeong. Let me do like JK. I will not end.